Thumbs up that we are live here at Maggie Mae's for the premiere party for It's in the Blood. Whenever you first got the script for It's in the Blood, what made you say, this is something I want to do?
I think it was more the guys that were doing it, like Scooter Downey and Sean Elliot. Young guys, they had a dream, and they were willing to take a chance on. Can you lower that just a little bit?
Of course I can.
Okay, right there, because otherwise I feel like, well. But anyway, they were willing to take a chance on a process that would maybe. We didn't have a giant budget, so what we had to do is use our imaginations and make something really good happen. And they were willing to take that chance, and they stuck with it a long time to get what we got out of it,
And you guys filmed at Spiderwood. What was the one thing that you liked most about filming at Spiderwood?
The Black Widows everywhere. No, I'm kidding. It had every location. It had the river, and it had the woods, and it had rocks all over the place. It had a very terrific environment. For what we were doing, especially. I hope they never build like big sets out on the land, because there's a lot of virgin land out there, and that river is powerful looking. I mean, it really is, and the cliffs, and it's everything we wanted to do. So.
Well, that's awesome.
And the guys that own it are great guys, by the way.
Yes, everyone at Spiderwood is great people.
It's not just because of this, it's true. Okay, anyway, it's all true. Even though he's sitting right here staring at me.
You're not just saying it just because he's sitting there. You're saying it for real.
Maybe. No, I mean every word of it. Yeah. Excuse me a second.
It's okay. But I know you're a really busy person. You're at Dallas Comic-Con before coming here, and then you're leaving in the morning again to go back,
I have to go back
to Comic-Con. How do you balance everything?
I'm a stubborn Taurus the bull kind of guy. I just do what I have to do. I mean, there's no fancy answer for that. Let's lower that just a little bit. There's no fancy answer for that one. No, my friends say come, and I'm here. I'm proud of the movie. I really am. You guys at Spiderwood are proud of the movie, right? I mean, I am. I'm proud of it.
That's why we're here promoting it.
Yeah, there you go. It's got a lot of.
You'll be back.
Oh yeah, man.
Do you have future plans to come back to Spiderwood?
Well, I don't know about Spiderwood, but I mean Texas, sure. I shot a movie in San Antonio, and I love doing it. Every time I come to Texas, something good happens. I'm serious. When we shot Appaloosa, we shot the last scenes here, over the big shootout. You have to come to Texas if you want to have something good.
What was a good thing that happened?
Another.
What was a good thing that happened after you filmed at Spiderwood?
What was good? Oh,
You said you had a good thing that happened every time you come to Texas.
That's right. Look at the movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Where's that camera? You got to see this movie, man. Anyway. Okay. She has that. Look at. She wants to pick my nose with this thing.
I want to make sure that you're heard. Make sure everyone hears.
Oh yeah, but I got a voice you can hear, man.
So do I.
I know you do. I told you already.
A loud voice. It projects everywhere. But
I'm happy you're asking me these questions.
thank you. I'm happy to be asking you these questions.
Spiderwood is going to be like a central Texas movie-making place because they're going to keep expanding. They are.
Yeah, they have the plans and everything to keep expanding to make it bigger.
About what?
How was it working with Scooter, a first-time director on a feature film? How was it working with him?
It was really difficult because he was such an egomaniac. And working with Sean Elliot, who's his best friend, so now I got two egomaniacs to work with. And then I had to put myself aside and be humbled by it all, and just no, none of that's true. He had guts in their script. My favorite story is that this is a script about a father-son on a mountain and going through really incredible stuff together. And one of the things that happened was their first version of the script, they showed it to their parents, and the father said, is this what you think of me? I never did anything like this, right? It was like a horror for them, the poor parents. They had to go to therapy and everything else after they read it. And when I got it, they had done like 4 or 5 versions, and I got the cleaned up version, but I don't know what to say with them standing here. It's like tell me, I know you love me, but never mind. Just tell me why you love me. I think they're great. I think they're courageous, and I think we did it right. We did a courageous way of working, and they stuck with it until it was done. And that'd be like a little bit like starting out to go to Mars with a balloon, and then you get an airplane, and now you set yourself on fire and you make it to Mars. That's what they did. It's been a long, incredible haul of not giving up, and not, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can't give up. They did it. They did it. That's why I'm here. I would drive if I had lost one of my legs tonight. I would have come down. I did, see?
Well, that's really sweet of you. Well, let's bring Sean and Scooter in here so we can all have a little conversation.
Wait until you hear this guy talk. Oh, baby.
Which one?
This one. He's gonna start talking fast.
I'm going to talk real slow for you tonight.
It's okay.
Let me see.
Talk fast, slow, whichever y'all prefer.
I'm gonna talk so slow that you're gonna get hungry.
Well, before we get into the movie, you guys have been best friends since you were little.
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
you too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, best friends with them. When did y'all's friendship start? Well, which one of y'all wants to answer that one?
I can start it off. Sean can slam it down and finish it off.
I'll switch sides real fast so you can.
We've been best friends since kindergarten. We basically met. I always say our friendship was developed out of mutual jealousy because Sean came in about halfway through the year in kindergarten and he could write in cursive and he was left-handed and all the chicks were like into him. He had like the new kid vibe, and so I was trying to get into him to kind of be popular, and then so he was jealous that I had all the Jurassic Park toys, and so it was really from that jealousy a really fruitful friendship developed. So that's how we
wrestled a lot together.
Yeah.
And he's not actually joking at all. We really did actually wrestle together.
Guy, could be true. Could be true. But where did you get the inspiration? I know you guys both wrote this movie. Where did you get the inspiration for the movie?
Well, just, there's a couple things. Like, one was just some of the films we saw, like The Edge and Jacob's Ladder. We wanted to do something that was going to be something we could do in a low budget, set in the woods, Originally, it was actually, Sean wrote a draft of the script where it was two young friends that go out into the woods. And he was kind of writing it with maybe, we were going to both play the parts, and I was like, no, I just want to direct it. So we changed it to a father, and I don't know, it came out of a really dark place, and we exorcised all of our demons writing it.
Yeah, I mean, playing off what he said there, he says it coming from a dark place. It was to a very large degree an exploration in guilt. We were really interested at the time in understanding the nature of guilt. How do you deal with guilt, and how do you move on in your life? When you face things that are so heinous that it doesn't really seem like there is any moving on. And so that in addition, I'm not saying that this happened in our lives. I'm just simply saying it was interesting to us.
You see what I'm talking about? He's talking faster and faster.
It's okay. It's okay.
So that in conjunction with, like he said, trying to keep a really tight budget and few locations and few characters, that helped us to kind of wrangle it in and figure out what kind of story we could tell with what we had to work with.
Was there any disagreements in the writing? Did y'all have any arguments or anything?
What's the juicy stuff?
Whenever
This for a second. We're all down in Austin, and they got great crews here. Mm-hmm. These guys are phenomenal. I mean, they're willing to stay up all night with us and all day with us.
And they did many times.
And the story, regardless of the story, it's all like a poetry in a lot of ways. Film is music and it's sound and it's what you see and it's poetry. We all did it together. It was like we were in hell for quite a while because the demands we were making on ourselves were intense. Let's take a chance. We can't compete with a $50 million budget because we don't have it. Mm-hmm. So what we did was we competed with our own psyches and said, let's push this. Let's see where it goes. Come on, follow me.
Go back over here.
One minute she's got it like this, and the next minute it's like down.
I want to make sure you're heard. That's all.
I know.
The only thing.
She's doing it for you.
I love you. Don't worry about it. No, but you know what I'm saying? Isn't that true? Yeah. That's what we did. We set out we're not going to lose. No matter what, we're not going to get beaten down by budget. So there you go.
Yeah, basically we settle all
Oh, look.
Switch sides again.
Oh, look.
It's a commercial.
Good. Look at you in the front row.
Oh, wow,
Look
yeah.
how good
This is
you
what's
are.
going live now.
Yeah, it's still recording. You can say that. That's perfect. Yes, you can.
Oh, wow. You don't know what you did.
We're back and it's live.
That was me playing that big thing when I was a little kid.
Flashback of everything.
Anyway, really, seriously.
Back over here.
You're talking about 3 astronauts here, and 4 and 5. We have other people that are in this. Astronauts. We did something at Spiderwood that won't be forgotten. People are going to be saying, "Hey, you know where that was shot, don't you?" Spiderwood.
Studios.
That's right. I'm serious. It's true.
We had a script that we had been working on for years, and of course we disagreed all along the way. Then we got out on set and we basically threw the script away.
We did.
You know.
We did. We had to, because we got bored if we were just doing the lines. I wanted to create. I'm serious.
Well, about that.
But it's true, man. How many times can you say, "Dad"? You know, so
Daddy?
Daddy, Papa. No, we changed it. We changed it as we went. But based on who we are, I mean, look at this little guy. He looked like he got kicked out of the archipelago, like in Russia. They kicked him. Yeah, what do you
Archipelago
call
of Russia, you know
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. He was like for life. They gave him life. Look at him.
We settled all our disagreements with
The
arm wrestling.
He's a
Basically,
gulag fella.
when in doubt, we arm wrestled and we settled it that way.
We did.
Yeah.
Any real fights that came up, we talked about. I'm not going to put per diem down for you to stand on as your mark anymore. That's what it's over.
And he'd straighten right up.
It's
Lance,
the wine talking.
we
You
shot
need some more wine in there. It's already empty.
we shot the movie digitally, so we were doing really long takes. Like we were doing 10-minute long takes. And so Lance would, when he wanted to end the take, he'd just flip me the bird, and then I would know the take was over.
Consequently, we have a gag reel of about 2 hours of Lance flicking the camera off.
Have you not seen this yet?
No, he would go, you did a great take there.
Just one
but
more.
I think just one more because I think there's something more there. And this was one where I'm bleeding, bugs are crawling on me.
Screaming.
He's screaming at me, I'm screaming at him. And he'd go, beautiful. Just one.
One more.
And the whole crew would be going,
Are you a perfectionist? Did you want to make sure every detail was perfect?
no, he's not.
I am, but
It's called grabbing at straws.
It was perfect chaos. Like he is a perfectionist to a fault, but the film was absolute chaos, and he was just rolling with the punches. So he was getting his perfection in the midst of absolute chaos. Like, and that's what it was the entire 24 days of shooting. However many.
yeah, we kind of realized early on we were going to have to improvise a lot, not only with the lines, but just with the way that we were approaching some of the gags. Because we didn't have that much time in pre-production, so none of the gags worked. So we had to figure out, okay, we can't show this, we can't show that. We're going to have to figure out a way on the fly to do this.
How was it since they're talking over there? How was it whenever you got Lance Henriksen to be in your movie?
It was a big coup for us.
We had a conversation on the phone that sold.
Yeah, he interviewed us.
Yeah.
You interviewed them.
Well, I read the script and then they called me. We called each other. Whoever called first, doesn't matter. But I asked them some leading questions to try to find out where they were really at. So I would throw something in this direction and that direction. And not testing them, not trying to trick them. But I really wanted to know.
That's exactly what you were trying to do there.
No, but I wanted to know what are the stakes here? Can we raise the stakes? Are you willing to raise the stakes? Or are we just gonna be safe and just spit it all out? And their answer to me was that let's raise the stakes. And they knew that I knew what this was about because I have children and this is a grown son. And it was cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Very, very cool.
as soon as, from the producer side, as soon as we had a chance to talk to him, we knew we had our guy because, he got the script. He understood what we were trying to do. And he basically said he only wanted to do the project if we were actually going to go there. By going there, I mean bearing soul, just absolutely going for it because it was the only way the film was going to work.
Can I ask you something?
Considering
Did
the
you
material.
think that Lance was any good in the movie, though? Give me that.
Only
Well, ooh,
Would you like to
yeah.
join us?
and one of the co-stars of the film.
Look at this angel. This was in
I'm
the
Chelsea.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is Cassie. She plays young Iris in the film, and single-handedly saved the movie for us.
How was it working with these crazy people behind you?
It's fun. It was just like working with my family.
Are those your parents? Are your parents over there? Are you calling them crazy?
We're all crazy.
It's very true. Tell us a little bit. Was this your first role acting?
It was my first bigger role. I've been in theater, and I did one extra role before this. So this is my first major.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years old. Aw.
Not an extra
How old were you
anymore.
when we actually shot?
I think I was like 6.5, 7.
6.5. Yeah.
That's funny.
You're so little. Well, now you have made your mark, and hopefully you can only go up from here. But what can you say a little bit about your character in the movie?
She's kind of like a flashback to tell him that it's okay, that he doesn't need to feel bad.
Did you enjoy working at Spiderwood?
Yes.
What was your favorite part of it?
The
I don't know.
I love the bug.
Are you from Texas?
Yes, I'm from Cedar Park.
Okay. Right outside of Austin.